Hello, I have a list, and I'm going to out some people tonight. I'm sorry if I'm coming a little bit Joe McCarthy, but I think tonight's outing is going to be very important. Because tonight, I'm going to out right-wing Republicans who claim they are very staunch pro-life, but yet voted against infant mortality pilot programs. Now, infant mortality, I just saw in the news, is getting worse in America. We're number 41. Cuba is above us. Slovakia is above us. Hungary and Poland are above us. And for civilized nations, this is a shame. Now, you may live in the districts of these people. And if you do, and if you're pro-life, if you hate abortion as much as me, tell your representatives that you are not helping us fight the battle against abortion. You hypocrites who George Collins said only care about babies in the womb, but after you're born, you're screwed. You represent them. And atheists and pro-abortion people will use you to win the battle of fighting abortion. So, without further ado, these are the anti-abortion people who are not pro-life. And you can be both. I, for example, am pro-life across the board. Okay. Representative Michael Rogers from Alabama. Representative Walter Herger Jr. from California. Representative Tom McClintock from California. Representative Devin Nunes and Representative Kevin McCarthy from California. Representative Edward Royce, also from California. Representative Dana Roebucker from California. Representative John Campbell and Representative Darrell Issa from California. And Darrell Issa is the one who has the privilege and responsibility of, if Obama does any wrongdoing, he's the one that's going to, I believe, get the balls rolling. He is not pro-life. Representative Duncan Hunter Jr. from California is not pro-life. Representative Douglas Lamborn of Colorado is not pro-life. Maybe anti-abortion, but not pro-life. Representative Jeff Miller from Florida is not pro-life. Representative John Mica, a Republican from Florida, not pro-life. Representative Connie Mack wants to prevent abortions in the womb, which I am for, but when they're born, he doesn't care about them. Same with Representative Same with Representative Bill Posey from Florida. Tom Rooney did vote, and he was a Republican. Hats off to you, Representative Rooney. Representative Lynn Westmoreland from Georgia. Representative Thomas Price from Georgia, and this is a particularly bad pill to swallow because he goes to all these faith values summits, and he is okay not using money to help stem the tide of infant mortality. Representative Paul Brown, another one of these right-wing religious hypocrites, the people who want to make laws to allow the Ten Commandments to be on state property, and I would agree with that if the people who were doing it would actually follow them and follow the other laws of love your neighbor as you love thyself. Representative Phil Gingrey from Georgia is not pro-life. Representative Stephen King is not pro-life. And he says a lot of things about claiming to be pro-Christianity and being a Christian standby, but no, he worships at the altar of money, like most of these people do. Representative Donald Manzulu cares more about money than he does about lives. Representative Dan Burton from Indiana also. Representative John Fleming Jr. from Louisiana is not pro-life. And I bet you if you think about if we could spend money, federal money, to help curtail infants' deaths, he would probably call it socialism. Representative John Klein from Minnesota is not pro-life. And I'm getting this from votesmart.org, which I recommend anyone who wants to know what your congressmen do. Representative Michelle Bachmann, the presidential candidate of the United States, may claim she's pro-life, but she's not. She's just anti-abortion. As is Representative W. Aiken from Missouri. Excuse me. Representative Virginia Fox, who decries the lack of morals in today's society, also voted against infant mortality. I'm sorry if I sound like Keith Olbermann or one of the MSNBC guys, but this really makes me angry. And this is also kind of repetitive. If you live in Nebraska and your representative Adian Smith says, vote for me, I'm pro-life, don't. He's just anti-abortion. Same as Scott Garrett from New Jersey. And Representative James Jordan from Ohio. Representative John Sullivan from Oklahoma. And Representative Frank Lucas of Oklahoma. Anti-abortion, just not pro-life. As is Representative Greg Walden from Oregon. As is Representative Bill Schuster from Pennsylvania. Thankfully, a lot of people voted yes, and there were a lot of Republicans who voted yes. There are only 64 Republicans who voted against it. Representative John Duncan Jr. from Tennessee. Representative Louis Gohmert, who says that Obama is making us into a third world nation while voting for tax policies that actually increase the inequality gap. And according to the CIA, our inequality gap is higher than Vietnam, higher than Cuba, higher than China, higher than Russia. Well, it's good that we're almost close to number one. Take that, Zambia! Representative Ralph Hall and Jeb Hensling, also from Texas. Representative John Culberson and Representative Kevin Brady, also from Texas, are not pro-life. Representative K. Michael Conaway, Representative Kay Granger, Representative William Thornboy, and Representative Ronald Paul, all from Texas. Now, Ronald Paul I'm going to give a little pass to because he is anti-government everything. And he doesn't wear a cloak of religious piety. I wish his son would learn from his father. Representative Kenny Marchant from Texas. Representatives John Carter, Peter Sessions, and Rob Bishop from Texas. Although, sorry, Rob Bishop is from Utah. Representative Jason Shavitz from Utah. And from Virginia, Representative Robert Goodlatte and Representative Eric Cantor, the minority whip, I believe, of Congress. If he ever says that he's pro-life in his ads, he's lying. He's just anti-abortion. Representative Richard Hastings of Washington. Oh, no, sorry. Yep. I thought I was getting confused with another. He's not pro-life. Representative Sensenbrenner Jr. from my state. I'm ashamed that he's from my state because he's not pro-life. Representative Thomas Petrie from Wisconsin, not pro-life. And Representative Cynthia Loomis from Wyoming, just anti-abortion, not pro-life. So I outed a lot of politicians today. Politicians who wear the banner of pro-life, but they're wolves in sheep's clothing. They don't care about children. They don't care about whether children die because they don't have health insurance. They don't care if they die in infancy. All they care about is when they're in the womb. And that makes me sick to my stomach. As a Christian, I hope these men and women will find out what they've been doing wrong and come to Christ. God bless you guys.